Hi everyone, welcome to today's tutorial. My name is Samuel, and today we are going to be looking at a very interesting software tutorial. Alright, we are going to be building a marketplace. So dive with me or go with me as I dive right into it, right? It's a professional cleaning marketplace. Alright, so let's go through this together. Alright. I'm here. This is an actual job post. This person wants to build a two-sided operations platform for a professional cleaning company. Alright, and so basically the person wants cleaning professionals and companies on one side, then users and companies, users and customers on the other side. Now, so what would this look like? The person wants a cleaner onboarding where a form, of course, where cleaners can onboard, put their form, experience, all of that. Then a video training portal. Alright, I believe this person is going to provide like video training, right? So we are going to like create a portal where where the cleaners can like go through, do like a quiz, then get approved. Then we have job request management. Here the the client submits cleaning requests, right? And this is where we have some automation. Then there's like an automated job routing based on zip code, service category, or availability. Proof of completion tracking. Alright, then admin oversight, a dashboard for admin and stuff like that. Payment reporting, and finally the person wants us to use Airtable, Zapier, or Make. So let's get right into it. Alright, I always explain that when you want to start anything, you start with your database. Alright, never forget this, you start with your database. So I'm going to be switching tabs right now. So because of the complexity of this database, of each database actually, I like to do my database down so that these videos are not so long. So I have a database I've worked on already, and I'm just going to be showing you shortly. Okay, yeah, here is the database. Alright, so I call the company Upsclean Connect. Right, we have cleaning professionals here. We can literally turn this into the form, right? Service areas, status, certification levels, stuff like that, and a whole bunch of calculations, last job date, certificate progression. This is for the training to show who is approved and not. We have job proofs. So here we have the cleaning requests. Alright, so you want your database to be complete. This is the kind of cleanings that can be done. Alright, emergency flood cleanup, deep clean, etc. Right, I just use AI to give me some demo data on this. Alright, then we have the actual jobs. This is where each client submits different jobs. Right, we have job proofs. This is where once you are done, you submit the proof that you are done with this job. Then we have payments. Alright, in payments, this is where we track all the payments that have been made, just as the client mentioned. Then this is like the users list. If the client wants the user to log in, we have like a user list for them. Alright, then we have training modules. These are all the trainings. Of course, this is demo data. So now I'm not going to be going through everything because of course this is going to be a project that takes a couple of weeks, but I'm going to be majoring on some of the most important things. Alright, let me find a way to take my document here. So the first thing I want to do is that we are going to be projecting all of this in the Softr portal. I believe we all know how Softr portal looks like. I'm not going to be using much of that today because of this tutorial. I'm just going to be pointing out certain things automation wise, because the bulk of the work here is automation. Alright, So I'm going to be explaining my thought process on how I would handle this. So in our usual fashion, let's go cleaner onboarding, application form, background data capture, and all of that. We already have that here, so we just need to create a form for it. In the client project, I would prefer they use a form like fill out, because fill out just makes life so much easier for you. But here I'm going to be using, for the purpose of this, I'm going to be using Airtable forms. All right, so you just come here and we create a form based on, let's check that again, cleaner onboarding. So we create a form based on the cleaner table, new cleaning professionals. All right, as I said, in an actual job, in an actual project, I'll be recommending fill out for the forms, because it's flexible for every other thing you might want to do later on. All right, so here we have the full name, company profile, blah blah blah, the zip codes that you serve, the areas that the kinds of jobs that you serve, status, all of that, and you can go directly into this. All right, so cleaner onboarding done. AI or video based model, each cleaner completes a training or quiz to understand our business model. So here I have like a training portal. We can project this database inside of Softr. All right, but if they are going to be scoring, right, I would recommend, right, for this client that they use an external quiz platform. All right, it just makes things easier, because there's going to if you're going to be scoring, it's just going to be a lot of automations, and not quite frankly not necessarily the best way to go about things, like using Airtable and Make or Zapier to create a quiz. All right, so you just use an external quiz platform, then we create a webhook that sends the results. Once someone is done with the results, we send it here. Then based on the results, whether it's 80, we can have our threshold mark as maybe 60, but if this is less than 60, it just automatically rejects the applicants. If it's more, it automatically accepts the applicants, right? But this is going to be connected with a third-party quiz app. That's what I recommend. All right, as I said, guys, I'm going to be showing you what I'll be doing if I was to be handling this project. All right, so let's click this as done as well, right? So you connect to a quiz platform, and we use a quiz platform that has webhooks, and you use that, and you use information on every quiz done, right? Maybe like the results that you get, right? We can send a webhook request on every form, on every on every exam or every test completed, and that automatically adds that to Airtable. Then you can automatically approve based on that result. So two things that training or quiz app would need. We would look for a quiz app that has the ability to embed, so that we can embed it on our site. Then we look for a quiz app that has webhook ability, so that we can get information. But every standard quiz app will definitely have something in that regard. All right, every global quiz app. So we move to the next one, job request management. Clients submit requests through a branded mini form or portal. This also, I would prefer we use anything that has to do with submission of forms. Fill out is always my best recommendation, but for the purpose of this video, we're just going to use forms to show you what the form will look like. So clients can submit this. So this job number is going to be an automated number, so we would delete this. Then the clients can schedule dates, maybe start time, but definitely not end time, because you don't know how long these things will take. Or just dates, since things like room cleaning and all, dates might just be fine, or we can say dates morning, afternoon, night. All of these things are depending on the preference of the client. All right, so start time, we can remove this end sign, right? This job status is something internal, so remove it. But here the clients can choose the service category, their property address, any special instructions, and any photos that they have. All of these things will be inside our form, all right? And as I always say, I would recommend fill out for this, but this is exactly how it will look like. So we have a fill out form and we embed it into our Softr portal, all right, where the clients can just fill all of these details. So that we get this done as well. Then we have automated job routing. This is where it gets a bit complex. I need you guys to pay attention. So how do you automate your job routing? Alright, requests are automatically matched with approved cleaners in the correct area. So what you want to do is that we can use Zapier, we can use Make for this, but good enough. Airtable automation makes this even simpler. Alright, so we'll just go to use our Airtable automation. You can see the automation I created here, which when a record is created, which is when a client submits a job post, we find the record. Alright, so we find record and we check the record based on a condition. All right, so we can say zip code applicable. So which of the cleaners, right, or the cleaning companies have, all the cleaning companies that mention the zip codes that are available for them. So we say we should filter based on if your zip code applicable has any of the client zip code. So we go and pick the client zip code. So we go and pick the client zip code. So once it matches, right? Once it matches, we can automatically add. We can automatically assign that cleaning company to the client. So that's what this automation is about, right? So we are automatically assigning the cleaning company we got to the clients. So, but the question is, what if multiple people? We have multiple cleaning professionals, right? That fits into this. What if we have multiple cleaning professionals that that can actually do the work? Do you get that? Have this. So when we search the cleaning professionals based on the zip codes, like you can see, let's say the zip code is 9002. We have 3 professionals that fit into this. So what do we do? That's why I have this sort field. So what this sort field does is that there's this field I created here. It's called a job count field. So what you literally do is that you add a new field, you add a counts field, right? And you use the job assigned as the count. So what it does is that it helps you to count how many jobs has been assigned to a particular person, and now we sort it based on the least number of jobs. So if this person, everybody has 4 jobs now, but by the time one person has, say, just 3 jobs, so let's test that. By the time one person has, say, just 3 jobs, what happens is that duplicate. So let's check again. What happens is that the system automatically picks the person with the least job. So let's say everybody qualifies, but the system will pick someone that, or the person that automatically has, the system automatically pick the person that has the least job count. So here you can see 1, 2, right? So if somebody sends a request, the system will check, can Perasing do it, can James Carter do it. Let's assume both of them can do it. It just picks one of them, right? And on the next submission it picks the second one, right, based on the arrangement. So that's how it works. And I think it actually picks it based on alphabetical order if both of them can do the work and they have the same job count. But once Perasing turns to 2, right, then the next person will be James Carter. So with that, you can evenly assign your tasks amongst your cleaning professionals. All right, it's very, very important. This automation is very important in the success of this project. All right, so first and foremost, you filter based on, as the job says here, you filter based on zip code. It's filtered based on availability or service category. You can use either one or the 3 of them. All right, then if multiple people still fit into that category, then we just go to the sort. It just automatically picks the one with the least job count, right? So you can easily, evenly spread all the job tasks available to all your cleaning professionals. All right, so I hope that made sense. Done. Now we have proof of completion of tracking. We have that here, job proof. So once you are done, you submit, and based on this submission, we can now automatically tag this job as completed. So you can see it can be scheduled, in progress, or completed. All right, now the next thing, I was thinking I was going to use make for this project, make, and but apparently not at the moment. If we're going to be doing the actual client projects, obviously there will be maybe 2 3 4 automations, to just connect all the pieces together. But if you understand automations and operations, if you understand how to use Airtable, make Zapier, and all of these things, all I'm saying would make sense to you right now. All right, so proof of completion or tracking done. Admin oversight. All right, this admin oversight will be done in Softr. I know I like to go into Softr in my tutorials, but we'll not be going into Softr today just because I want to keep the video short. But obviously, what you want to do is that you take all of these tables, right? We show them in Softr, and then we just allow admin to edit directly from there. So admin can approve work, can process payments, do all of those things. So all of these tables here, like the payments table, the job proofs table, the jobs table, all of those things will be in Softr for the admin to manipulate as we see fit. So depending on what the company wants the admin to approve manually, we make those functionalities available. And thank God Softr can edit your database, your Airtable database directly. So we can edit, approve stuff and do all of the admin stuff in Softr. So that's actually quite straightforward, so I wouldn't be going into Softr today. The next thing is payment and report automation. I almost did not do this video because when I saw it I was like, wow, this job post is long. Would I want to spend so much time on the video? But apparently I decided to cut out the Softr part just to make things faster. Alright, so payment and reporting automation. So yeah, streamline payout tracking, reporting, and all of these things will be done through make automation. So basically, once a payment is made, you want to manually approve payments, so it's here in process. But probably once the payment is approved, we send email notification, SMS notifications. You get there are certain reporting, maybe reporting for the whole company. We have a dashboard, and either use Airtable dashboard or some other software to just show in depth, right, how the company is doing and all of that. So we want this platform to be built using no code tools. I mean that's the last part of the job post, and that's exactly what we did. We use Airtable, Zapier, or Make. I always prefer to use Make, but Zapier is also a very, very powerful tool to use. So with that, we've come to the end of this tutorial. I do hope you learned one or two things. My name is Samuel Oluwadbami. As I always say, if you love this tutorial, you can give us a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to this channel. Finally, if you want to work with us, please use the link or the information right in the YouTube description. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye to the next tutorial.